channel. Thank you very much for clicking on this video. So today I'm going to be reviewing the 2 new palettes from I Heart Revolution. So it's part of the Disney range. So as you know, I'm a big Disney fan, so I was really excited to grab my hands on these. So there is 3 palettes, but I've chosen 2 out of the 3. So I've gone for Beauty and the Beast, which is one of my favourite films, and Cinderella, which is also one of my favourite films. I went for these 2 just purely because they're similar to the sort of colours that I naturally warm to. So I've gone for these 2. They do also have the Princess and the Frog palette, which also looks really nice. So I've grabbed these 2. I don't know which one I'm going to do today, but whatever one I don't do, I will do in my next video. I don't know why I'm talking like this. So I will be completely honest, I have tried these palettes. I have tried recording this video once already, and it didn't go as well as I thought. I tried it with the Cinderella palette and I wasn't blown away, but I'm gonna give it its, you know, benefit of the doubt. I do think with these palettes you need a naturally sticky base. I was using my MAC Painter Lily and the results just weren't coming out what I expected. So I'll show you what the palette looks like inside, if my window won't blind you. And so as you can see, the colours are very, you know, pigmented in the palette. So they're very bright, so you would imagine that the blues would come out and be just pow. With the MAC Painter Lily, I really had to work at it and they didn't blend as nicely as I liked, well, as nice as I would have thought. To be honest, I was so blown away by the Nightmare Before Christmas palette that I thought this was going to be brilliant. So I'm going to give it another shot. Like I said, I'm going to use it with a sticky base. So I don't know if I'm going to use this one or the Beauty and the Beast. So I'll show you the Beauty and the Beast one. So Cinderella, naturally more blues, cooler tones and things like that, and then Beauty and the Beast, which is pretty much what I think you would imagine it to look like. So you've got your reds, your golds, your oranges in there, but you do have the odd blue in there. And then obviously both palettes are paired with some highlighters and blushers. So I'll also be trying those out as well. So I've only got bronzer on with face powder. I haven't got any highlighter or any blusher on. So I'll be showing you how those come out as well, which I haven't tried yet. So I'm excited to try those. So without further ado, do I go blue? Do I go red? I don't know. I feel like I would need to go for Cinderella just because that was the one I naturally was so excited to try, just because of the colours in that. Like the blues are gorgeous, which is why I just don't understand why they didn't come out the way that I expected them to. So we'll just give it a go. We'll go with Cinderella, then my next video will be Beauty and the Beast. So I will do that one as well. So what shall we go for? I'm going to do the same sort of colours that I went to do with the first one, which was the royal blues. I wanted to create this really deep royal blue smoky eye with a nice pop of sort of either silver or pink or something in there, or even the sort of aqua colour. So I think we're going to stick with this sort of palette and either of these 2 to go into the inner corner. So we're just going to roll with it. So I've put just my foundation on over my eyelids, so I'm going to put on a naturally sticky base. And to be honest, I have used this before and it works quite well. It's the NYX Glitter Primer. So I'm going to put this on and just sort of hope for the best. I really want to love these palettes because I am a fan of Makeup Revolution. They haven't yet let me down, but I do know a lot of people are like, oh, they're a bit hit and miss. So I'm really hoping this isn't the palette that is a bit of a miss for me. So I'm just putting it over my eyelid using my finger, as you can see. I'm hoping it is just a sticky base that is needed. Right. I'm a bit nervous. I'm nervous that this is going to go wrong again. So you should have seen what I looked like. It wasn't pretty. So I think, what should I start with? I'm going to start darker. So I'm going to sort of do the reverse. So I'm going to start with a mixture of Royal and Midnight. I may need to shut my curtains, guys, because I feel like this is blinding you and not giving you the full sort of effect. So bear with me, that's better for you. So I'll just show you again So these blues here, and I'm going to toy between either Glass Slipper or Drizella. So, oh, I'm really nervous. Okay, that's already coming out a lot better than what it did the other day. It was like coming out really faint. Okay, I think it's going to be fine. I think it's going to be fine. I'll bring you guys in a little bit closer. Okay, I think I can work with it. I'm just going to blend with Daydream, which is this sort of blue, over the top just to see if that helps blend. So much nicer. It was just not going anywhere before. So definitely use a tackier base. Lovely. Okay, that's a lot better. Okay, so we're going to stick with that. Now I'm just going to start gradually going in darker. So I'm going to stick with the Royal Blue and mix it with Midnight. Okay, they're beautiful. Look how well that's coming out. Oh, I'm so happy. I really didn't want to have to hate it. I was like, oh no. So I'm going to mix Midnight and Lucifer, which is this black colour here. So it's those two colours. Oh no, sorry, I'm getting it wrong. It's those two colours. Let's show you a little bit closer. I'm just going to mix those two together. How is everybody feeling about dreaded lockdown number 2? I know I'm feeling a little bit like great, but I'm hoping it just sorts everything out for Christmas. That's how I'm trying to think. Do it sooner, but I feel like it should have happened a lot sooner, which is probably what everyone else feels like. But everything will be fine. Just, you know, it's just hard, isn't it? When you can't see a light at the end of the tunnel, it is hard to feel like that. But it will all be fine. It will all be fine. Just try and embrace the being indoors a lot more. I found, obviously, if anybody has watched my first ever YouTube video, you'd see that the first lockdown actually made me start YouTube. It gave me the sort of push I needed. So it's not all doom and gloom is sort of what I'm trying to get at, you know. Try and make the best of a bad situation. I know it's so much easier said than done, but it won't be forever. It won't be. Okay, so I've just gradually gone darker, so as you can see, that's really poking out. It's really defining the crease. So I'm quite happy with that. So what I'm going to go in with now, I can't decide. Do I go aqua or do I go Glass Slipper? So this is what Glass Slipper looks like. So it's the sort of silvery colour, and it swatches like this. You can see, so really pretty. Exactly what you'd imagine a Glass Slipper to look like. And then Drizella is there. Oh, there is Gus though. If Gus is just not your favourite little mouse, then I don't know what. There's this colour. Now I'm looking at the palette, I'm like, oh, and there's this. This is Gus. Oh, that's a really pretty colour. Oh, gosh, you may have won my heart a little bit. And then this is Ball Gown. So that's, oh, that is more like a silvery. So you've got Ball Gown, Glass Slipper, Drizella, and Gus. Do you know, guys, I actually think I'm going to go for Ball Gown. That's the first time I'd swatched that. I hadn't actually looked at that before. I'm going to go with it. I'm going to go with Ball Gown. Let's stick with the sort of bluey tone. So I'm just using my finger, because they seem to come out quite well. I'm just going to go into where this open space is on the lid. Feel like a bit of a mermaid. It's not the sort of look I was going for, but I will take that. Speaking of that, I did actually want them to do a few more of the Disney princesses, unless they're going to come out with that, because I don't know about you, but Sleeping Beauty is my absolute favourite. But imagine how amazing Little Mermaid palette would look. Oh, could you imagine? Those sort of colours would look insane. You can hear singing. It's Rich. I can hear him singing in the front room. I'm like, can you please be quiet? I'm gonna go record. Oh my god, guys, I went on my first run, I know, in 5 weeks. It wasn't pretty. I'm so sorry if anyone saw me that watches this channel. I do apologise. I look disgusting. It was gross. Like, oh, it's just crazy how your fitness can plummet down so fast. Because I started in the first lockdown, along with about a million other people. I attempted to couch to 5k and I was actually really enjoying it. I got to like week 5 and then I went back to work and I just basically stopped doing it. Long story short. And then obviously the clocks went back, so it's got darker, so I've been a little bit of a scaredy cat to go out in the dark. Sorry guys, my camera died. So, as I was saying, I can't actually remember something about running, but basically it was awful. Right, so I'm pretty pleased with how that's looking on the eye. I don't want to go too dark or anything like that because I just think it all could potentially end up looking like a mess. So I'm just going to go underneath now and then I'm going to add some mascara. I don't know if I'm going to add a liquid eyeline. I might do, or I might just actually go along the lash line with the colour Lucifer, which is the black shade, and just create sort of like a smoky line, not even a winged out one, just smoky along the lash line, just to give some sort of definition. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. So let's get it going. In the little break of my camera dying, I did go and yell at Rich. Stop singing. He was singing Sinead O'Connor to his friend on PlayStation. Don't know why that's a thing, but apparently it is. So I'm just going to go under. So this is a mixture of Midnight and Lucifer. I never like to go too far in with the darker colour underneath the eye, just because I think it does make it look a little bit smaller. So I just bring it as far as about here and then I will highlight it, or I will just bring it in sort of the other side of the eye. So I just think it makes it open up a little bit more. Just like that. Lovely. Okay. Oh, I will go a little bit, like I mentioned earlier, I will go along the lash line with Lucifer. I just don't want this all to go wrong. So I'm just going to use the dabby end again of an Urban Decay brush, and I'm just going to go along the sort of lash line up here. I'm really enjoying Benefit's Roller Lash. I've just got like a travel size mini of it, which I have mentioned on a few videos back. That's a really good way to try products without having to pay the full whack for it. I think this is £12 for a mini mascara, and I think mascara, they last quite a while anyway, so it's not too much breaking the bank really. Always check makeup brands like gift sections, or even if they have travel sizes. It's such a good way to try it out before sort of buying it all. I really would recommend doing that. It's just like a little tip. Right, so I will go off camera to do the other eye just because I don't want to bore you. So I will show you now what the highlighter and the blusher looks like. So I'm excited to do this. I haven't tried this yet, so this will literally be my reaction. So I think what I'm going to go with is Happily Ever After. So you've got your A Dream is a Wish, Waltz and Happily Ever After, and then your highlighters, you've got Bibbidi, Bobbidi, Boo. I get it now. I was thinking, why have they not got the whole thing? Right, so I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to go with Happily Ever After, and I think I actually will go with Boo, so it literally matches up together. So I will use those, so let's stick with sort of the cool, the warmer tones. So I'll do the blusher first. So okay, that is coming out nicely. Put a little bit on my nose. I think I've put too much on. Oh my goodness. But that's definitely coming out. Let me put it on the other side. Apologise if the lighting is crap, because it is. It's that weird time of day when it's like really bright outside. See, I like that, but on this side it's looking a little bit too much. It could have something to do with the really dramatic eye that you just put on Shannon. Did you ever think of that? But no, the blushes come out really well, so I was quite impressed with that. And I'm going to go in with the Boo highlight. So let's see what this comes out like. Can you see? Yeah, it's alright. It's not really coming out that much, I'm not gonna lie. It's not really coming out. And if I like literally whack loads on, but that's kind of defeats the whole purpose of a highlighter. Blusher, yeah, it's good. Highlighter, I'd give it a miss. Compared to the Nightmare Before Christmas, which I'm imagining they're all going to be made in like the same factory, right? They're pretty much going to have all the same formula, I'm assuming. The Nightmare Before Christmas highlighter comes out a lot better. That is not really coming out at all. Let me see what they look like if I swatch. Look at my other hand. It's even coming out quite matte. Let me go with Bibbidi. Like, because that's like really coming out. It's really weird, guys. They're coming out like, can you look, there's nothing there. They're coming out like, I know it's going to sound weird, but just like powders. Like it's like that's wiped off already. I'm just going to show you. So this is the Nightmare Before Christmas one. And no, the formula feels completely different. It's like squidgy. That's the Nightmare Before Christmas one, can you see? And then this is yeah, I'm not a fan of the highlighters. Eyeshadows are great, once, like I've said a million times in this video, so just shut me up. Great with a sticky base. Blusher, yep, fine, no complaints really, comes out fine. Highlighter, absolutely not, I don't like that. I think, well, it just doesn't come out like a highlighter. It barely comes out like a real base at all. It just came straight off my hand. So yeah, I would avoid that. Not impressed with that one at all. But it's an honest review, so you know. So I'm just going to go off camera, match this eye, and then I'll be back to, you know, give you the end result. Okay guys, so I've just matched up the other eye. So just to give you a closer look. Really impressed with how they came out once the right base was used with it. They blended lovely, the colours all go really nicely together, which is a big compliment to how they've, I'm too zoomed in to show you this, aren't I? Which has gone into the thought process of this palette. So they've made sure that the blues work well together. I haven't used or tried the purples yet, or the pinkly purplies, but I would say one thing I did notice, which I was quite, again, unless it's the wrong base, but the Fairy Godmother, which is this gorgeous lilac colour here, it comes out a little bit grey, so I'm not too sure. Overall, this palette is good, it's okay. I would say that I did prefer the Nightmare Before Christmas palette, but now that I've played around with the palette a little bit more, used different bases and things like that, I can appreciate how well sort of the colours come out and the looks that they can create. Really disappointed in the highlighters. Think it's just, they should have not even bothered putting them in there. They could have just done a double-sided sort of eyeshadow palette like they've done with the Nightmare Before Christmas. The blushes are okay, you know, they come out. I don't know sort of the wearability of them, neither do I know the sort of eyeshadows. So, but if it was a double palette with the eyeshadows, I would say, yeah, definitely go and grab it. It's £15. Would I say go out and spend £15 on it? I don't know. Next video we'll be reviewing the Beauty and the Beast palette, so I am excited to do that. So it will be a completely different look because the colours are completely different. So how this look will come out, I don't know. I don't even know what to create. So I will also try the highlighters and blushes also in that, just to see maybe if they come out slightly different. But I was really disappointed in the highlighters, I will say that. But that is the overall look, guys. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed sort of watching me create this look together. I really do love sort of how it has all come together. No fall away at all. That is literally my mascara, so I do apologise for that. But no, I really like how that all comes together and how easy it was to blend. Thank you very much for watching, guys. If you haven't subscribed already, please do subscribe. It really helps me out, and we have now officially hit 100. So not a lot to some people, but for me that is a really big milestone. So I'm really happy with that. So please do subscribe if you haven't already, and give this video a thumbs up. I do read all of the comments, so if there is anything that you would like me to particularly review or a look to create, do comment down below and I'll see what I can do. But thank you very much for watching, guys, and I'll speak to you guys soon.